My third guy plays some games.
Alright, hi y'all, Weather Guy here. We're back with more of The Witness. We are winding down towards the end of the game. We just gotta get down there, I think, and then who knows what's after that. It looks like it might lead back outside somewhere, but that doesn't make sense since we're far below inside the mountain, so who knows? We might not even get there today anyway. We still have a couple puzzles there. Looks like 6 more puzzles over there, and figuring out exactly what to do, presumably with making pathways here. So we'll see. Back to this. So I was thinking about this, and I think I realized that the way I was solving it was simply impossible. My assumption that I have about the way the stars work, I think, is wrong. The way I was thinking of them is that they only work with the squares. But if we assume instead that they work with any shape that's the same color, which would be the Tetris piece, then that would let us shift the Tetris piece up to consume the star, and then that would make everything solvable, I think, because then we would be able to interact more with these center shapes because the Tetris shape would be moved up a square. So let's assume that we're going to end up with this shape at some point. We can actually just test it, huh? And they work. Okay. So we're going to have that shape at the end. Tetris shape at the end, which means that has to be the last thing we do. Because once we make this shape, there's nowhere else to go but the end. So what do? We have to get the rest of the colors separated. So we can do this. This doesn't work because the colors in the middle are still all wonky. But the stars are okay. But I can't figure out which colors go with which. Let me do this again to see how they flash. Oops. My eyes legit can't keep up with it. I don't know which go with which. Okay, is there a way to just separate a pair of them? Like if we... Can't go that far over though. We can do this. This would separate those two. So if those are the same, then we're good. Then the rest would be like this. And that would work. Great. This is rainbow. Lovely. Beautiful colors. I don't understand what the gimmick here is exactly. It seems like it's just... You got your different colors. And then you can just do something like this. Okay. Stairs. That's pretty. Got some different conceptual drawings of the Witness Island. I don't know what it's actually called. But very nice. More wildlife here. Some sand. And this. More stars and stuff. So I guess this is what we used to build our bridge. But it looks like we can't end at the middle. So we can end at one of the sides though, in front of us. Okay. So let's... Oh, there's also the left. That door's closed. That's probably where we finish after we do stuff over there. So how does this work? That doesn't work. Okay, so I think the orange has to be in pairs. So would this work? No, not quite in pairs. This would work though, I think. Okay, let's try that. Go on down there, cross the bridge, see what's on the other side. Easy peasy. Much easier than the one above us. Alright, what do we got? Okay, easy. Fantastic. Okay. Why? It's doing both. Okay. Oh, is it? You have to memorize all the puzzles? Oh, this is impossible. I'm immediately stuck. That was there. Okay, okay. Let's do a quick test before we go too far. How much progress do we lose? None. Okay, that's good. Okay. So we do need to grab this intersection here. We have to grab that. Which intersection? Okay, okay, okay. So I think instead we go like this. And then how do we get that as a trio, though? We'd have to come at it from the bottom. So we'd have to do like this, this. But then how do we do that shape? Oh, we can do this, right? Okay. Oh, God. God, there's so many of these. Okay, so, boom. Oh, God. And we lost our thing, too. So this was... How did we do this last time? I'm already forgetting. I'm not even looking at this. I should be looking at this. I gotta do some other stuff. We gotta, like, cut this off, I think, first. And then... this... this... No. How is... this? No. How is that shape working? Oh, and the greens have to be in a pair? How do you do that? Like that? Yeah, because all the colors are cut off from each other. Yeah. So we have to figure out how to make this right part correct, including both of the greens together. I'm not really sure how to do that. I'm being honest with you. Because that shape is always there. Is there another way to do... Oh, there's another way to do that shape. That's what it is. It's weird. There's another way to do the Tetris pieces. We have to make the three somewhere else, is what it is. So, if it's like this, still not it. Close, but not quite. How do we include it? We have to do something that doesn't cut it off, right? So that would mean what? What would that shape look like? Because it still has to go all the way to the right is the thing. Yeah, maybe we had to do this first? Somehow? I don't know. That's very awkward, trying to figure out that shape. Mostly looking at the left side right now, but we have to figure out how to... Or maybe there's a different way that I need to separate the pink and the green down there, but I can't think of another way that would ever work, you know? Oh, I think I see something. Hang on. Do this. Just straight up. And then, what was the shape I was just thinking of? They're like on top of each other, basically. Oh, but it wouldn't include it, though. I'm trying to get these Tetris pieces to work together. Trying to get them to also connect to the bottom right or something. Maybe do something that's like this. No. Not at all. Oh, that's so difficult. What shape is that? Because it's hard because they're 3 spaces apart too, you know? They're right next to each other. It would be a lot easier to make them work. So we could potentially do something where it's shaped like... Gosh, how do I even show it? I'm trying to figure out how to draw it even. Because this just gets in the way. Because now that we're gonna have the issue of those being in the way, right? So if we can do no. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is a shape that is like that, basically. Hang on. Stupid guy's in the way. Let's not go left, let's go up. Just grab that. Oh, but we're worrying about other stuff too, aren't we? Ugh. I forgot we have that stuff too over there. Where's that at over there? At the top? Okay, I think we'll be able to keep those separated. What I'm thinking is like... Boom. Hang on, oh gosh, I'm having a brain fart here. So, let me try to... gosh, can I draw it even? The shape is like... this. Yes, no. The shape is like... this. Is what I was thinking. Which works. Amazing. Oh. Does that shape work over here? I would be amazed. Oh gosh, it's cut off. I hate that it was cut off. But that also taught us something about how that doesn't work. But surely we can just do this slightly differently, right? That was messed up too? Okay, hang on. This is so tough. Boom. Now this doesn't work though. If we do this, it just isn't gonna work in the end. Because we cut off the pink as well. Can we cut this just little one off? But then we have that way over there, right? Oh, I think it works. Hang on. This down. No. Like this. Cut that off real quick. And then this was like what? This? Yes. No. What's wrong with that? Oh, the shape at the end is backwards. Hang on. Hang on. I keep getting the shape wrong for the end. So instead it's like this. Yes. Okay, all we have to do is incorporate this last little two-piecer, which looks pretty easy to do, I think. Maybe. Let's think about it before we do it. How would we add the two-piecer in? How would we shape it? Yeah, because we have to make it all work. Huh. That complicates things. Actually, doesn't it? How do we make it just those two in there? How do we do that? I have no clue. So we can't. Let's just start tracing things. We do this, and we just follow. It's not going to work. If we do this, we end up not being able to come back down, and won't be able to do the other shape. Which I think the right side has to stay the same, doesn't it? How do we change the left side to make the two-piece work? Well, it only has to be up here. So would it be like this, maybe? Then it's gonna have to overlap right here, which does not work. Is there a way to cut off this first? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way to cut off the black part first either. This felt really good, the way we had it. What other options are there? Oh, there is another option. Because it was Tetris pieces. So what would that look like? Because right now it's all the way over there. This is the 3. You can't stretch all the way across. It just can't. Shapes don't work like that. I was hopeful, but it doesn't work like that. It would never make it. There's only 4 horizontal pieces, and we would need 5. Yeah. Okay. So it's not that. What else could we do? I mean, is there... We can't even really do anything else with Tetris, can we? Because it has to follow all the other rules as well. What else could we potentially do there? Yeah, we can't do anything like combining all 3 Tetris pieces, I don't think. That just wouldn't work out. I really don't want to click and mess it up because I feel like I might forget this pattern as well. How do we get this last one? What's after this? More stairs going up to do this bridge, presumably, and I don't know. I bet it'll just unlock the other part of the door. Unless there's puzzles up there. I don't think there are. I think it's just a bridge. We just gotta get this last one. How do we do it? I'm thinking, but I'm not seeing it. You know? I think I had to fundamentally change the pattern big time in some way, but I don't really see how. There's only so many things you can do with the 2 on the side over there anyway. So if we... I'm not gonna actually click, but if we start here and go like this, and then up, right, then we hit our shape, which is bad. We gotta get back down without hitting our shape. That's so tricky. I have no clue. I'm just gonna redo this shape, just for fun. I'm just gonna do it one time, just to make sure. You know? Oh crap, how did it go? Like this. And then like, crap. It's facing the other way, isn't it? It's that, I think. This. Well, I got the rest right. But it is the two-piece part that's messed up. It's interesting that we don't run into trouble with this black overlapping with that white right there. I didn't consider that. You know? Also it shows the white on both of these too. That's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's something to the overlapping thing. I don't know. I'm pretty stuck. Anything else we can do here? This just feels terrible. Like really bad. Like it feels like we had to come up and then like this. Or up and like this down here. And then right down right here. And we're just all in the grill of the other part of the puzzle. You know? I can't believe how big of a wrench this little two-piece throws in everything. It's insane. How many problems this little guy causes. Alright, let's just try to... Gosh, this was a mistake. This was immediately just an obvious mistake. You know? Y'all ever have one of those, just immediate recognition that you have made an error? Yeah, like we can't make that work at all. This is wrong on like a million levels. Oh, that worked, but it's over here that's messed up, yeah. Let's go back to the shape that we had. Which was what? This, 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 this. Yeah. Okay. How do we get the two-piece working? I'm sanity check on the Tetris pieces, but I'm 90% sure you can't make the all three connect. You definitely can't connect the right one with the left one. That would not work out at all. Yeah, we have 3 different pieces in that corner. That's very interesting. So we know we can never cut that corner off because it has to connect. We have to keep the 2 purples connected. What other things could we do? I don't know. Simply at a loss. Just looking at it, brain not functioning. You know what I mean? You ever get to that point where you're just like, oh, I'm never gonna figure this thing out. Let me scoot back more to look at it better. Okay, how How do we get that 2-piece to work? I don't know. We're so close. How do we make it work? Is there some other really crazy shape we have to do? I have no idea what it would be. Would it be going across the bottom first? What would that look like if we did the bottom first? I don't know, because if we do the bottom first, then we'll have to complete the Tetris pieces at the top, and that just leads to having to do the exit, you know? So that doesn't really make sense to do bottom first, I don't think. Man, even if that Tetris piece was just moved one down, that would be so much easier. It would be insanely better. What else could we do? Because there's only 2 shapes that you can do there to contain that Tetris piece, you know? You can either have it be the bottom square of the Tetris or the top square of the Tetris, and that's it. So, like, it seems like we don't have a lot of options, but we're still totally screwed. Like, absolutely. If we do it where it's lower to the ground, like if we start down here, we still overlap right here every time. That's unavoidable. Completely unavoidable. Do this, cross, and then that's where we hit our Tetris stuff. Then we're screwed. Go all the way up, then we can't close off the 2. We can't go straight up. So then we can't close the 2 off. So he has to come out at some point. You do it like this. This. Then we have to go like this, and that's still the same problem. I don't know. I don't see a solution. I think we're gonna have to call it here today. Next time we're gonna figure out this last piece. Then we're gonna go upstairs, and presumably we're gonna go through that door. And then who knows? That I feel like that'll just lead us to the bottom, and then whatever's after that, I don't know. That's all I got. Tomorrow might be or not tomorrow, but next week might be the finale. We'll see. I'm not sure how much more we got in this game, but we're doing okay. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all are amazing. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others. I'll see you next time. Peace out.